It's not over yet. Brace yourselves. This'll be a challenge.
Stay back! I'm going to cut this weed down to size!
I will have order.
Go!
Solidify!
Turret, bring refuge! Allow me.
Solidify!
No, my sword! Time to go!
Solidify!
Witness the power of Gua!
Stabilize!
Hold the line!
Order guide you!
Higher, higher, pants on fire! No, my sword!
Gather!
Let me weave you a verse.
What in the world was that thing?
Is everyone alright?
We're fine. But can you please— I take it this monster is whom I had the pleasure of meeting last—
Correct. As you might have guessed, this is a mutated whopper flower.
But can Wop?
Not typically. But conditions on Dragonspine are far from typical. Perhaps the dragon's blood seeped into the land, then was passed to the monsters via the ley lines, accelerating their...
How could that happen?
This mountain is home to the remains of Durin, the venomous dragon. If there is anywhere in the world one might expect life to do unfathomable things, it would Durin was an artificially created life form. In other words, this mountain we stand on is a cradle of life's profoundest
The avalanche. It must have been the
Agreed. All the other troubles you faced on the
Right, I forgot all about.
It's not inconceivable.
But what was its purpose?
I have a preliminary hype. Whopper flowers are masters of mimicry, and those we encounter... In other words, the whopper flower likely has an instinct to replicate as a plant. It will disguise itself as... But...
It wanted to replace you?
Yes. It was watching us the whole time.
Yes, that's exactly how.
So when it approached and attacked...
Perhaps.
We're fortunate to have discovered it in time. I think...
Traveler, how could you tell the
I want to know too. I had no idea the other guy was...
I see. It goes to show how difficult it is to impersonate a human. This mutant
Unbelievable. To think.
Anyway, at least we won in the...
About that. If you're referring to having fallen down the mountain and avoided injury... Well, that's because I was secretly protecting you.
Huh?
Okay.
Yeah, let's go. Silly churl, Billy churl, silly Billy, hilly churl. Ooh. Doesn't seem to be here. He must have headed up the mountain.
Amber.
Yep, all good now.
I don't know what I'd do without you guys. If not, I really want to thank you all properly.
Huh? You must be pretty used to being on the receiving end of people's kindness by now, though, surely. You
Come on. Sure, plenty of people have shown me kindness before. But that doesn't mean I will ever take it for granted. No matter...
Well, instead of repaying those who helped you, perhaps you could help others yourself. Everyone meets others in need from time to time.
Yep, you're right. That's what I've always tried to do, and will always continue to do. Right. And when Cyrus gets back, I'll find some way to help.
Yeah, it has. It's really...
I need to rest.
Yeah, I need to get some water and maybe a piece of fruit. Well, it looks like the curse feels like an action-packed check.
Why not? Then you sense something too.
Huh? Are you going back to your...
Good. Shall... Sorry for bringing you back here once again.
Is this about the...
That's right. I have to say, Traveler, I'm very Yes.
Ooh, it sounds like...
Well, I can't deny... So, what do you...
to...
No. Have you ever seen an intricate glass ornament and wondered how it was made? Well, glass blowing is not a widely known art in Tevat. For this reason, glassware made in this way, as the name implies, glass blowing in this type of glassware is known for having a pontil mark at the point where the blowpipe was inserted, where the hole was sealed at the very end. This mark is a sign that the item...
Sounds kind...
It is a wondrous... My mark is the difference between synthetic and natural. The energy of a natural creating life artifact. The alchemical substance drips and...
Wow!
This mark is a... I presume that the imposter intentionally avoided replicating this mark. You are fundamentally different from other people. Just as Paimon said, it all sounds like a story. The transcendent and miraculous are not the only things to which human beings aspire. They pursue the everyday, the ordinary, to a far greater extent than I would have ever imagined. People like to believe that those who are thoroughly different from themselves could only ever exist in stories. Or, in other words, I have friends who write novels. If they wrote this story...
Making up...
Oh. In that case, we can base our stories on the...
Sounds great!
I understand. We'll see whose story...
Deal! Okay, we'll regroup...
Sure. My story... Yes, I should have known. Master's failed specimen in the dragon's belly. This is where the story truly begins. If we switched places, if you were the survivor, then as the abandoned experiment, the failure of the primordial human project, I'd want to replace you too. I would replicate your appearance, study your alchemy, and create miraculous life forms to divert your attention. I would wait for the right moment, then dispose of you and the Traveler, the sole person to have known your secret. And then, I could finally experience the joy of being brought into the world.
Guess what? Paimon's story is finished! Let's go see Albedo again!
Situation here seems single sword.